Back everybody, Madden back here. How you doing? How you doing? So we got a new Marvel movie. It is number 27, 26, 27. We might have passed the James Bond franchise by now. Not bad in only, what, 12 years? Not bad, not bad. We got Eternals. The new Marvel movie. This is directed by Chloe Zhao, Angelina Jolie, Selma Hayek, Richard Madden, Gemma Chan, Brian Tyree Henry, Camille Nanjiani, Kit Harington. Yeah. So, what do I think about this movie? Yep, that's about it. This is easily the weakest Marvel movie, my least favorite Marvel movie now. It's at the bottom, okay? I've always enjoyed the Marvel movies, but this Marvel movie is the one movie I would say I probably will not watch again unless they make a sequel or unless certain things in this movie show up in later Marvel movies. Then I'll have to go back and watch it. But this is not a movie I am going to go back and watch. Unless I really, 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 really have to. Well, let's get into some positives. The cinematography is great. It's well shot movie. They shot a lot of this on location. And then on a soundstage or green screen. And it looks beautiful. I won't deny that. Visuals look good too. So well shot movie. Good job. You did something right. Richard Madden. Robb Stark from Game of Thrones. He's the only character that he has an arc. After he gets semi-developed in the movie. Richard Madden looks good in the role. He's good actor. The only thing that bothered me about watching Richard Madden in this movie was he has this like gray spot of hair in the movie. I don't know if that's in real life or if that was part of the character, but it annoyed me. And the whole entire time I'm watching the movie, I'm going, they're wasting you here. You would be a perfect Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, for a Fantastic Four movie. I mean, I'm watching this guy going, you should be Reed Richards. But we won't see him as Reed Richards, so. The pacing for over a 2 hour and 37 minute movie. I thought the pacing was fine with not much action in the movie. I've been noticing that a lot lately, and we've been having a lot of very long movies. I think we're in that age of mid-watching TV, like on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon, that movies are getting longer now. Like I said, the last three movies, okay, three movies in the past month have all been over 2.5 hours. The James Bond movie, No Time to Die, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Dune, 2 hours and 35 minutes. And now Eternals, 2 hours and 37 minutes. And the Spider-Man movie, coming out in December, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Are we going back to having the epic movies? I was going to say something about this back in 2019, when we had It Chapter 2, almost 3 hours. The Irishman, 3.5 hours. And I know there was one other movie that year that was like almost 3 hours long too. But yeah, 3 movies in the past month have been over 2.5, pushing 3 hours. Are we going to see that more often? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Anyway, those are my positives. Very little. Very small. Negatives. Too many characters. You are introducing a whole new universe with brand spanking new characters. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, but 9. 9 brand new characters, not including the universe or the villains. Or not thereof. We'll get to that. 9 new characters. 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And they're 90, almost all of them are wasted. And I say this, I mean, when you have almost a 3-hour movie and you can't develop your characters in almost a 3-hour movie. What is going on? Case in point, 21 years ago, a movie called X-Men came out. Had to develop a new world, a new universe. Introduce characters we've never seen before on screen. Tell a story, a plot. Go into the villain and his motivations. Introduce them and the villain's sidekicks. You look at the first X-Men. You had Wolverine. You had Rogue. You had Xavier. You had Jean Grey. You had Storm. You had Cyclops. You had Bobby, Iceman. Then you had Magneto, Mystique, Sabretooth, Toad. Then you had Senator Kelly. I mean, come on! They were able to introduce those characters, develop those characters in an hour and 40 minutes. And tell a story in an hour and 40 minutes. And character development. Maybe not every single character had a character arc, but I would say more than half of them did. Wolverine, Rogue, Cyclops, Jean. Okay, 4. That's better than maybe 1 in Eternals in a 3-hour movie versus an hour and 40-minute movie. So yeah. Like I said, practically no character development. This movie, certain characters in this movie, like Brian Tyree Henry's character, has a moment that is so big, and the implications of that are never truly explored. What this would do to someone psychologically are never explored. And I'm watching this going, that could be an entire movie in itself. Then there's another character, I forget the actor's name, this actor right here. He was in The Green Knight. But he has the ability to wipe people's minds. Well, not wipe their minds, but change, like, during wars throughout history. He's able to stop the war from happening. And you would think that would be an interesting, that's a huge idea. And they barely touch on it. The only line of dialogue they go is, well, no, humans need these wars to show their flaws, for them to evolve. Okay? Well, why don't we see a scenario where one of these battles or wars didn't happen? And let's see the outcome of that. This is a comic book movie, so it's not real. So let's explore the idea. So let's explore that idea. But no. So right there's 2 characters that you should have really delved into if you limited the amount of characters in the movie. But you don't. Then you have like Angelina Jolie, that barely does anything in the movie. Selma Hayek doesn't do anything in the movie. You're supposed to have this grand romance that has spanned centuries, thousands of years, between Icarus and Cersei, Gemma Chan and Richard Madden, and you never feel anything. This great love story, this great romance, and it's like, I feel like Jennifer Lawrence in Silver Linings Playbook when she's talking to Bradley Cooper about this amazing romance. Yeah, this romance that was so this and so that. And she doesn't get it. You think, what romance? That's how I feel watching the Turtles. What romance? Just because you have two people having sex for the first time in a Marvel movie, does that mean romance? Really? They got two naked people having sex. It's about time. It's about time. 27 movies in. We finally get a sex scene. Way to go. No. This movie has so many complex ideas, but they never explore them. The villains are wasted. I couldn't tell you why the villains are there in the first place. Really, the villains are a metaphor to me of global warming. That's what it is. That's the only thing I got out of the villains, or these monsters, deviants, is it's a metaphor for global warming. Okay, cool. That's it. I figured that out in the first 2 minutes of introducing them. Got another 2.5 hours. And the movie is moving along. Any day now. Any day now. I'm not getting any fatter over here. So can we please move the movie along? And then the editing. Boy. When you have a movie jump back and forth throughout the movie so much, then you stop and go, couldn't you just do this as a montage? Like at the beginning? Like instead of all of this, couldn't we go down to like that? Yeah? Why didn't we? Yeah, we want to tell people that this is a epic movie. Like, major epic movie. That's why we got like Angelina Jolie and Selma Hayek. Yeah, we gotta have the big stars that don't do anything in the movie. Well, we have them in there, you know. That's why we gotta have like a 2 hour and 40-minute movie. You know, because why not? Yeah, the editing is all over the place. Backward, I'm like, you could have done this so much better in a different way. And it probably would have shortened the runtime. But that's just me. What do I know? Don't have a film job yet. That's why I'm doing this. So yeah, all together, Eternals. I would say, wait for Disney Plus to put it on there. Which I would not be surprised if by around Christmas time, this movie ends up on Disney Plus. Or at least by the very beginning of 2022. So I would say wait, and then watch it then at home for free. That way when you get bored, you can pause it, go do something, come back. So I would give this movie a 3.5 out of 5. That's the lowest for any Marvel movie I've ever given. I would watch Thor: The Dark World over this. I would watch even my least favorite, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I would watch that over this. So, Matt the Matt here. That's my review. Like it or not. If you're a Marvel fan, hey, go see it. I've seen every Marvel movie in the theater too. So, but if you take my word for it, don't come back to me and say, man, I made all this money and I didn't like the movie. And then you could have waited until it was on Disney Plus. Like I should. Anyway, Madden, I'm out here.